my champions. In this video, you're going to learn about pie charts. We learned about different types of data, like the continuous data, discrete data, and categorical data, right? Continuous data means which is like without any breakage in between, right? Without any breakage in between. And discrete data means exactly only that, or like say 2 marks, 3 marks, 4 marks, like that, right? If it is height, you can say 2.1 centimeter, 2.3 centimeter, things like that. But categorical data means here is, I have taken an example of a categorical data. Let's take a shop on, say, a date like 10th April. Now, this is the number of cones of different flavors of ice cream that they have sold. Okay. They have sold 30 vanilla cones, 80 chocolate cones, 38 strawberry cones, 32 butterscotch cones, right? And these 30, 80, these are called frequency. Okay. Now we are going to represent that on a circle. Okay. That is why I've taken and drawn a circle, and you can take any measure of radius. It's okay. That doesn't matter. We are going to take a compass and draw a circle, which I've already done. Okay. Once that is done, we have to first find the sigma f. Sigma f means the total number of data items, means total number of ice cream cones that they have sold in this scenario, right? Okay, now when we add them up, okay, I get a 0 and then it's a 180. Okay, now out of this 180, 30 is a flavor of ice cream. That means 30 out of 180 will give me the fraction of vanilla. 80 out of 180 is going to give me the fraction of chocolate. 38 out of 180 is going to give me the fraction of strawberry. And 32 out of 180 is going to give me the fraction of butterscotch. Now, I have to represent all of this on the circle. Now, this 180 degree is going to correspond to 360 degree of a circle, of the circle. That means what? The full, if I say entire angle measure of the circle, it is 360 degree. So, this total number of ice cream cones is going to correspond to 360 degree. If that entire ice cream cones, all the number of ice cream cones is going to be represented by 360 degree, then this fraction of vanilla, what is the angle measure that it's going to represent? For that, we just have to find out what is the by multiplying with 360 degree. But that means this fraction will represent how much in the 360 degree. Okay, that is all we are going to do. So just going to multiply with 360 degree. That will give me the angle measure for this fraction. Sorry, angle measure for this particular fraction. What is the angle measure I'm going to get? Okay, so this is going to be 2 times. So it's going to be 60 degree here. And it's going to be a 160 degree here. 80 times 2 is a 160 degree here. And this again 2 times means it is going to be 76 degree here and a 64 degree here, right? So now I'm going to represent that on the pie chart. Pie chart that we have drawn on the circle here. So for that, first we take a scale and draw one radius. It can be anywhere on the circle because that's a starting point, right? So it can be anywhere on the circle, a radius basically. Okay, a radius we're going to draw. Okay, so we draw from here to here. That's a radius. And now the first degree that we have to represent for the vanilla is 60 degree. So I'm going to keep the center of the circle, center of the protractor on the center of the circle, and the 0 line on the radius that I've just drawn. 0 line on the radius that I've just drawn, and that gives me, and now I have to measure a 60 degrees. From the 0 here, I'm going to measure the 60 degree, and which comes out to be here. Which comes out to be here. So once that I have marked, I'm going to take the scale and, I'm going to draw the line for that, which connects those 2 points, but then not outside the circle. Imagine if I'm extending this radius, it has to go and meet that point. That's why I'm keeping it there. And now I draw this. Now this is the fresh line that I have drawn for the vanilla. And between the initial line that we drew and this line, it's going to be 60 degree. Okay, there's a fresh line. One is a fresh line that I've drawn. Now, next is a 160 degree. So what I have to do is I take the protractor and keep the first of all, circle center on the protractor center. And the 0 line should come on the fresh line that I drew for the vanilla. Once I draw that, what happens is I need to measure a 160. If you see here, 0 here, right? It goes like this, right? So it starts from there. So 0 to 160 degree. 160 degree, it will be 90 here, and 160 degree is going to be here. Yes? Okay, so once that is done, and I'm going to take a scale and I'm going to connect the center and this point. Center and this point, I'm going to connect. I'm going to keep the scale so that center and this point can be connected, but I won't draw outside the circle. I'll just draw inside the circle. Okay, maybe it's not exactly right. Let me move it a little bit. Let me move it. Let me tilt it a little bit more. If we do not do that properly, what happens is our final measures may not be able to come correctly. Okay, so once this is done, I've drawn within the circle, right? So that means from here, 1 second. Okay. That means from the fresh line that I drew for vanilla till this line, this is going to be 160 degree. Now, this particular line is the fresh line that we have drawn for chocolate. Now, next, you'll have to go ahead and keep the protractor on this line. The 0 line should come on this. So, you'll have to rotate this protractor in this way and keep it here and measure 76, right? Go ahead, pause the video and do that and come back and unpause the video and see whether you've got this exact same pie chart like what I have got. Okay. Yes, Math Champions. Pause the video, go ahead and try this problem. Let's see again. Welcome back, Math Champions. I hope you have drawn the remaining parts also like this. Okay, now there's multiple ways to show this pie chart also. That means to say that if you want to, show it in a very nice, beautiful manner, what you can do is you can have a table here and say vanilla. Vanilla, you can say, you can put dot, dot, dot. Okay, and then say chocolate, say star, 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 something like that. And you can say strawberry is slash, slash, slash like this. And you can say butterscotch is circle, 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 circle like that. So now what you're going to do is vanilla is here, isn't it? So you're going to put dot, 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 right? And of course, this degrees was not required. That I had written for your reference. So dot, dot, dot for entire vanilla. And then star, star, star. I'm not drawing the entire thing. So star, star, star for the chocolate. Any patterns that you can think of. Strawberry, you can say these are lines. This is strawberry. And butterscotch is like this. So what happens as soon as you, people who don't see this entire part, they don't see the left side part, but they see only this part, they will be able to say this is the, flavors sold or something like that. Flavors sold. So when you see this, you will get to know, okay, majority of the, people like chocolate flavor because stars are more, and you see the star is nothing but chocolate. Okay, chocolate is most favorite. Okay, and we see that, the butterscotch, vanilla, and strawberry almost look almost nearby. They are nearby, equally favorite, but the chocolate is the most favorite. That's what we have understood from this pie chart. Just by looking it within a fraction of a minute, we were able to understand so much of the information, right? Instead of looking at the entire table and all of those things. That is how pie charts help us. I hope you've understood this concept. Go ahead, solve a few more problems to do pie chart on your own. And then I know that you have mastered the concept. Once you've done that, then you can invent new ways of representing data in a beautiful and a simple way to understand, right? Okay, Math Champions, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.